What is going on, guys, and welcome on in. Today's the big day and I'm rushing out a post-stream video just for you guys because I was already asked it so many times on stream. I know you guys, my YouTube viewers, will be wondering as well. If you weren't aware, the big patch also brought on one of the most important features we've ever seen in Epic 7, and that is a complete overhaul to the leveling and penguin system. So in this video, I want to go over a few things, okay? If you care about the exact numbers, charts, data, both my viewers on my Discord as well as a ton of Reddit posts, I've already brought up the exact Excel sheets. However, if you're not really interested in the math, that stuff bores you, or you just don't even want to bother, I'll give you guys a basic rundown on how the whole thing works, what changed, and then my takes on how we should proceed in the future, kind of the best way to go about a few different methods on what you can do, and then the best things I think I'll be doing, as well as what I suggest for you guys as well. Okay, so we'll go over all the options near the end, but let's start with explaining what changed. Okay, so previously, guys, as you know, on my table here in Epic 7 since the beginning, it's always been, if you want to level as fast as possible, we run a Dogwalker unit. This could be RB, Free Spirit Tierra, Lena, Green Vildred, anything, and then as many fodder as we can, as long as the Dogwalker in question could clear efficiently. This was the best method to do it. Of course, ignore the Terra Phantasm guy. He's just there because it looks cool together. But we wouldn't need a level of Terra usually, right? No point. However, the new method now, guys, with the way they changed the penguin system, and I'll show you this. Let's cover this first. Oops, excuse me. That was the wrong button. Let's go ahead and go into level up. The new penguin system, boys. A very nice UI. Big shout out to Smilegate. They knocked it out of the park. What's going to happen, guys, is any XP spillover, if you were to run 4 max units, so 4 dog walkers, essentially. We no longer need to bring the dogs on the walk. We can use 4 max level units, and I'll tell you why that's important in a second. Any XP that would have just been wasted beforehand, because they're all max level, who's that XP going to go to? Now it goes to penguins. As you can see here, they removed all penguins, they removed the element, and we have this nice little page where we can just straight up click auto select, and it'll bring our unit to the max level. As long as we're farming and keeping our penguins up to stock, we can just easily just level whatever we want. And yeah, it's a new method that I think is amazing. Keep in mind, guys, this will cost gold, and I'll bring that into the pros and cons afterwards, but just, yeah, keep that in mind for later. Now, one thing to note, boys, when dog walking I mentioned, right? How do we get all that XP? Well, the method of bringing 1 dog walker plus 3 fodder can now be replaced with using 4 max level units. As you can see here, what I would do, guys, is sort by friendship on the right hand side and start working towards just getting everyone up to friendship 10, starting with the units you use the most, because of course, if you didn't know, if you're not max molad, meaning plus 15, you will get 3 skill enhancements, which is effectively 3 molagora. I would use the units that you use the most, that need skill enhancements the most, etc. Yeah, just sort by friendship and start adding them in. Now, if you want to go fast, you can still like keep Arbiter Vildred. A lot of people saying RB, he's not needed anymore. But let's say you're swapping a lot of friendship in and out. I'm going to be using 4 friendship units at all times because I have a lot to get through. But I don't think it's bad, guys, to leave in 1 RB because he'll help clean up the run. For example, in this team right here, Kayron is good. Ambitious Tywin, he's okay because I have him on Bruiser. But if you have like a speed build, he's gonna be very slow. Archdemon's Shadow actually slows down the run, so it might be nice to still bring in 1 unit that can kind of accelerate your speed. But the thing is, with 4 max level units, no matter what, most of you guys that couldn't do Hell Adventure missions before can now clear it more easily while maintaining a lot of friendship. And let's go over the bonuses of running this team. Okay, 1. I mentioned the penguin thing. Any XP that these guys get will go towards penguin. 2, we get bonus friendship. 3, the ease of leveling. Max level units typically will just clear much faster than 1 unit and fodder. I think that's it for the pros. Now the cons, okay? In this team, this is the only way you will still get the most XP if you bring 3 fodder on your runs. Oh, sorry, one more pro for the friendship team, guys. We don't have to swap in and out all these fodder. For example, you guys know this, anytime, if you've been playing longer than a day, right? If we bring in a level 1 unit on our run, after 2 or 3 Hell Run missions, we have to swap units in and out, right? It's not the biggest deal if you're new, but trust me, guys, after thousands of runs, it gets old very fast. The bonus of this, we just keep farming. The only time you gotta swap out is when they hit friendship 10. and then you swap to a new friendship unit. But those penguins are just storing up, and then you can just hit that auto select penguin feature, and you can max level the fodder one by one. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about the dog walking thing. There will be a few of you still wanting to run this method if you are a min-maxer power gamer. You want to level as fast as possible, and you don't mind swapping units in and out, right? So you got to weigh the quality of life, the ease of access compared to like getting a little bit more percent. And I'll have a notepad up in a little bit. I believe it's 15 to 20%. You'll get less on this squad, but it's much less than that if we consider all factors. Okay, we'll go over that here in a bit. But if you did want to get the most XP possible, you run 1 dog walker and 3 fodder. Okay, that'll give you more XP just baseline, and that's a fact so far from the data coming in. Now, keep this in mind, guys. If you were to ever run, let's say you're not strong enough to run 1 dog walker and 3 fodder. If you wanted to add in 1 more max level unit, guys, the XP you get from these 2 fodder, it's literally the same. You might as well have run 4 friendship units. Okay, just keep that in mind. The only way you get a bonus, TLDR, guys, PSA, make sure you take note of this. The only way to get the most XP if you want to do that min-max route is to run 3 fodder, or excuse me, just 1 max level unit, 1 dog walker. Okay, as soon as you add in another unit, anywhere from 2 to 4, you might as well run all max level units, because the XP is not, it's lost in that regard in terms of maximizing the fodder. Okay, now I still think most of you here, and I'll be doing this, will be running all max level units for the friendship. Is very important. Start on it. Expressions, Molagora, skill enhancements. It's too good to pass up. And let's go ahead and go into the next part. Why I think it's not even worth to min max. Yeah, 15 to 20% XP might be significant, but guys, there's a few ways we can mitigate that if we wanted to run the max level unit section. Okay, number 1, hopefully you guys have been saving these up. Do not throw these away now. Beforehand, this was one of the worst skills to get on a pet, but nowadays, if you had one of these lying around, you could actually work towards your pet. If you want this as a permanent feature, you can. What I'm going to be doing is swapping them in and out. Keep in mind, if you want to swap in and out for the bonus penguin XP, that's what this is for. It will reset your receive a gift, which is unfortunate. Maybe Smilegate later down the line will kind of streamline this where it won't reset. That way we can have multiple pets, lobby pets. But for now, if you want to, what I'll be doing is after I claim my gift, I'll probably just do a mass penguin leveling for my fodder or whatever units I need, and then I'll swap back. Okay, just keep in mind that the gift part resets. But this will sort of mitigate the issue by when you enhance, if you're primarily leveling with penguins with max level units. This is a nice kind of feature. I think it goes up to 15% at max. Someone in comments below, please let us know, because I haven't leveled this up yet. But I know I'll get asked the question, guys. Just refer to my pet guide video or look up an up-to-date video from another content creator. This is what I'm running. It's all preference. Now that the enhanced XP is very good, if you want that as a permanent feature, you don't want to swap out because of the gift reset, just add that into one of your preferred skills. I still like this setup, and I'm going to be using this because it's good for crafting and gold overall. But if you want the penguin, just penguin permanently, the enhanced XP, just slot it in for one of these choices. You can't really go wrong at this point. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up the notepad. Last thing we'll talk about, guys. We talked about a lot of the pros for the max leveling. Let's talk about the downsides for doing the quad for max level friendship farming for the penguins. I kind of covered this, but we'll reiterate to wrap it all up. So we're missing out on a little bit of XP. Like I mentioned, it's anywhere from 15 to 20%. I don't know the exact numbers. If you care enough to look at those spreadsheets and stuff, just look it up either on my Discord or on the Reddit. But it's you don't really need to, guys, unless you enjoy that stuff. I don't like math, so I'm gonna ignore it. That can be made up through the pet, like I said in the lobby. And one thing I didn't mention is the penguin rate up. So you saw, like, when you're crafting gear, guys, or putting in charms, you know how sometimes you get a big boost, the bonus good or greater success chance? That happens with penguin farming too, or penguin leveling as well. So I think just these factors alone, because the reason compared to doing 1 dog or 1 dog walker plus 3 fodder, if we use 4 max level units, we'll just naturally get more penguins, because the penguins will be getting the XP instead of the 3 phantasms, or the 2 phantasms and a fodder, right? So the more penguins we get, we have more chances to get that rate up, which means I think this will be made up. The pet plus the penguin rate up thing will kind of mitigate the 15 to 20% here that you would be missing out on by running 1 dog walker. And it's just so much easier, guys, for the aforementioned reasons. We don't have to swap out units. We can use all max level units, and we get friendship, as well as it's just much easier. Okay, I think it's the way to go for 99% of you guys watching right now. Use 4 units. Like I mentioned, remember 4, guys, if you try to do 2 dog walkers, you lose out on all the value. So that 1% of you watching that want to min max, yeah, maybe you can try 1 dog walker and 3 fodder, but the rest of us, there's just too many benefits for running 4 max level units for friendship, etc. Now, the other downsides, I mentioned this briefly before, I told y'all to remember it. It will cost gold to level via penguins. Imagine if we're throwing in thousands of penguins, it'll add up. The cost is very low. It might be significant over time, but with all the crafting cost reductions, you know, they're going to add gold dungeons to side stories more often. It'll feel a lot better. Don't even worry about it, boys. I think it'll be fine, but it is something to note, okay? And last but not least, this is an important one. The 4 max level unit method will not work for hunts or spirit altars. So for spirit altar, it's so easy that once you hit mid to end game, guys, a lot of times you can bring a fodder and have 3 units to level that fodder, or even 2, etc. Just keep that in mind. For adventure, it works for adventure. I'll write it down here. And side story only. All right? That's the main method to use the penguin system. If you still want to level fodder and hunter spirit altar, you'll have to bring them on the run. Okay? But overall, boys, last thing, like I'll say it one last time, I think everybody should start shifting towards the 4x max level units. I'll show you my team here that I plan to use. They're all friendship 9, sort by friendship, like I said earlier in the video, and just get to farming, boys. You can start running hell raid. I need a counter. I said hell raid like 3 times. Hell run missions, hell level difficulty missions in the side story or unrecorded history. You guys got to do that anyways for your unlock. By the way, congratulations all you on your new Arby's, Stennies, ML Kens, Judge Kisei, whoever you picked. Congrats. I'm happy for you guys. Enjoy. Any questions, of course, leave them in the comments or on our live streams. Thank you also for the support. Use 4x units. Start getting that friendship up. Sort by friendship over here on the right-hand side. And enjoy, guys. Huge quality of life stuff. Amazing job. Kudos to Smilegate. And lots more videos, lots more content coming for you guys here. I got an account review we're going to upload. It's a fun one featuring Lucy. So stay tuned, boys. Thank you for all the support once again. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later, y'all.